Hello students, here is the continuation of session 2 which I haven't finished for the other classes. So here is problem 3. The drag and lift forces are L equals 7,500 newtons and D is 1,000 newtons. Resolve this force into normal and tangential components. So I present two ways to solve this problem. This is the first way. This is the original figure. Then we have the lift force L with magnitude 7,500 newtons directed vertically upward along the positive y-axis, and the drag force of 1,000 newtons directed rightward along the positive x-axis. And these are the tangential and the normal axis. They are perpendicular to each other because the normal rotates clockwise from the y-axis 5 degrees, as well as the tangential axis. It rotates 5 degrees clockwise from the x-axis. So here is the first. First, let's concentrate on the lift force first of 7,500 newtons. This is the normal axis, and this is 5 degrees because the tangential axis and the normal axis are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, this is the force, lift force 7,500, normal component of force, tangential component of force, which are also perpendicular to each other. So considering this right triangle, we observe that the normal component 1 and the tangential component 1 are in this figure here. Since the normal component of the lift force is directed along the positive normal axis, so it is positive, while the tangential component of force is opposite to this positive direction of the tangential axis, so ft1 is negative. So therefore, the normal component 1 is equal to hypotenuse of the right triangle 7,500 times cosine of 5 degrees. So it is 7,471.46 newtons, while the tangential component of force, which is opposite to 5 degrees, so it is, but it is negative, so it is negative of hypotenuse 7,500 times sine of 5 degrees, and that is negative 653.67 newtons. Let's now proceed to the drag force, and let's resolve it into tangential and normal components. So this is the tangential axis, normal axis. So supposedly we draw imaginary lines parallel to the tangential and the normal axis. So we'll just consider this lower right triangle. So this is supposedly the rectangle or the parallelogram in general. So the components, tangential and normal components of that drag force would be both positive because this is the tangential component, that's the normal component, which is directed also in the positive normal direction. So both of these components are positive. So for the drag force, it is this adjacent side. So the component tangential of the drag force is equal to 1,000 10 times cosine of 5 degrees. It is equal to 996.19 newtons, while the normal component opposite to 5 degrees, so it is 1,000 sine of 5 degrees, and therefore it is equal to 87.16 newtons. Finally, we now compute the normal components of these forces, or the resultant is just the resultant between the lift force and the drag force. So it is normal Fn1 7471.46 plus Fn2 87.16. Rounding off answer to four significant figures, the normal component is equal to 7,559 newtons, while the tangential component is Ft1 negative 653.67 plus Ft2, which is equal to 996.19. So combining T equals 342.5 newtons. Then another way, so I present this another solution, not presented in the class, but you may also study this if this is better and easier to grasp than the first. But this is the standard solution, traditional solution. This is just the technical solution. So first, I compute the resultant between the lift force and the drag force, and it is represented by this diagonal of this rectangle because the x and y axis are perpendicular to each other. And take note that this force here is also the magnitude of this resultant force is also the magnitude of the resultant force when resolved into normal and tangential components. So F is equal to square root of 1000 square plus 7500 square, and it is 7566.37 newtons. Then I'll call this angle theta y, the angle that F makes with the y-axis. So tangent theta y is opposite, which is the drag force 1000 over adjacent side, which is 7500. So the angle theta y is 7.5946 degrees. Therefore, the angle that the resultant force F makes with the normal axis is this theta m here. It is equal to theta y minus 5 degrees. Since theta y is 7.5946 degrees, then minus 5 degrees, so theta n equals 2.5946 degrees. I just round off answer to more accurate one, and let's anyway finalize the answer to 4 significant figures. We now have the resultant of 7566.37 newtons and the angle that this resultant makes with the normal axis, which is 2.5946 degrees. Then again, the tangential axis and the normal axis are perpendicular to each other. So that means this is also a rectangle, and for this left portion of the rectangle is a right triangle. The angle is 2.5946 degrees. So considering this right triangle, this is the normal component and the tangential component. The normal component therefore is equal to 7566.37 cosine of 2.5946, and that is equal to 7559 newtons, which is similar to that. While the tangential component of force is positive because it is directed towards the positive tangential axis. So this is opposite. So it is hypotenuse 7566.37 sine of 2.5946, and therefore it is 342.5 newtons. So for problem 4, for the 4 concurrent forces shown below, determine the resultant force. So the white and orange colored figures, notations are the original ones. For this original figure, given figure, the light blue text and maybe figure are the labeled values. So for instance, we have slope 3, 4, so this should be 5 by Pythagoras theorem, 8, 15, and this should be 17 by Pythagoras theorem. Then this 36.87 degrees is inverse tangent of 3 over 4. 36.87, you may have another way, so you may use 36.87 degrees for those who are not convenient with the slopes. Then this 140 degrees is 180 degrees minus 40 degrees, so that's 140 degrees. This angle measure is equal to inverse tangent of 15 opposite over adjacent 8, so that's why 61.928 degrees. So the first way is by this tabular form This is the more direct way, and it will have the shorter solution if you want for the tabular form, so that I can discuss this in more details in computing these components. So we have four forces, the components of force in newtons, the x and the y component. For the x component of 400 is 400 cosine of this angle here, 36.87, or 400 times cosine of this angle is in terms of this slope or this given values 4 over 5. So 400 times cosine theta 1, 4 over 5, and that is 320. The vertical component is positive because F1 is directed up to the right. So both components are positive. So the vertical component is 400 times sine of this angle, 36.7, or 400 times opposite 3 at hypotenuse 5. So 400 times 3 over 5 is 240 newtons. Then for this second force, it is directed up to the left. The x component is negative, the y component is positive. The x component is negative 600 cosine of 40 degrees, and that's negative 459.63 newtons. The other way of computing the x component, because this is 140 degrees, so it is also 600 times cosine of 140 degrees. You will get the same value and the sign. Another way is it is also 600 if you use the negative angle or clockwise angle. So it is 180 plus 40 to 20, negative 220. So it is also 600 cosine of negative 220. You will get that. While the y component may also be 600 cosine of negative 220, and you will get positive 385.67. The other way of computing the y component is that it is hypotenuse 600 sine of 40 degrees. So that's the value. Then for the 40-50 Newton force, it is directed down to the left. So both x to the left and y components negative. For the x component, it is negative over 50 times 8 over 17. Cosine of that angle is negative 8 over 17 because it is directed to the left. So you'll get negative 211.76 newtons. For the y component, which is also negative, it is negative 450 times 15 over 17. And you will get negative 397.06 newtons. Another way is because this is 61.928 degrees, inverse tangent of 15 over 8. The angle it makes with the positive x-axis is that angle there, 180 plus 61.928 degrees, that's 241.928 degrees. So the x component is 450 cosine of 241.928 degrees. You will get that same value. The y component is 450 sine of 241.928. You will get that the same value. Finally, for the 300 Newton force, this is the x component. It is directed down to the right. So the x component positive to the right, the y component down negative. That angle is 20 degrees. So it is 300 sine of 20 degrees. You will get 102.61 newtons, while the vertical component, which is downward, is 300 cosine of 20 degrees, negative 300 cosine of 20. You will get negative 281.91 newtons. Then adding these column values on the x component columns, that's the x component of the resultant, negative 248.78 newtons. Then adding these values on the y component columns, and it is equal to Ry negative 53.30 newtons. Therefore, the magnitude of R is square root of 248.78 square plus 53.30 square. So it is 254.4 newtons. Then it is in the third quadrant because the components are both negative. So it's here directed down to the left. and this is the resultant, 254.4 newtons. Then tangent of this angle, which I call alpha, is 53.30 degrees, 53.30 newtons over 248.78 newtons, disregarding the signs because we are physically computing this angle alpha, and it is equal to 12.09 degrees. Therefore, one way of presenting the answer is you just draw this direction of R, put the magnitude, and put that angle it makes with the horizontal or with the x-axis. Then this is one set of answer, one way of answer. The other way is, or it is magnitude to 54.4 newtons and theta r. Theta r is 180 degrees plus 12.09 degrees to four significant figures, 192.1 degrees. So you don't need to draw this figure. You just present the answer as equal to this, 254.4 newtons, comma, theta r, 192.1 degrees. Then, or another way is if you emphasize it the what we call clockwise direction, then another way of answering this problem is R equals 254.4 newtons, comma, theta R, and it is negative 167.9 degrees because it is understood clockwise. Then this is the direct way if you want the solution to be shorter. So for the direct way, Rx is summation versus x, 400 times 4 over 5 minus 600 cosine 40 minus 450 times 8 over 17 plus 300 sine of 20, and it is negative 248.79 newtons, practically equal to that. Then Ry is summation versus y, 400 times 3 over 5 positive plus 600 sine of 40 degrees, then minus 450 times 15 over 17 minus 300 cosine of 20 degrees, and that is negative 53.29 newtons, which is practically equal to that. So the rest would be similar to this solution. So that's it for this problem.